What's up, Knights of Degen, and welcome to the night shift. I'm your host, JiggaManPorto, and my co-host this week.
Hi,
What
that's
up,
me,
Coach
Coach Richie.
Richie? What's up, bro?
What's
How
up,
you
guys?
doing?
We're living. It's a Thursday. One more day before the weekend. One more day, and then like a second day before FCF. I know I'm hyped for it. Shout outs to KGMI. Let's go. Knight's gonna make it, boys.
Yeah, it's funny. You just showed the KGMI. My wife yesterday did that whole moment again of what is it again? KMKG. And I told her, she's like, that's right, and then proceeded to put her
Bingo.
tweet out. Man, we got a lot. We got a lot to cover tonight, man. I mean, the kingdom has been busy this last
Kingdom
2
never
weeks,
stops.
man.
The
It
kingdom
feels
never
that way.
stops. Yeah, we're always trying to take a step forward.
It really, really is. Well, I see we got people jumping in the chat. And yes, let's acknowledge Metaverse King. Yes, you were the first one here with a comment. What's up, pal?
Can
I wish there was.
I'll mail you this pen. You can have this pen. Be the first one. There you go. It's the first thing I found.
Look, don't say we never do anything for you guys. That right there. You know what, Richie? Big heart, bro. Love to you.
I do it big. I do it big in California.
GWR, what's up, bro? We got Jay Gills in there. Richie, it's always awkward when you're on the show, but then also typing in the chat room.
I gotta put my 2 cents in somewhere.
It makes me question how much attention you paying to what I'm doing opposed to what's going on in the chat. But dude, you know what? I know we just kicked off the show. We've got a couple of guests coming on today. I'm excited about that.
Roll it.
Last night, man. What'd you think? Let's talk FCF for a second. The man up challenge, but then they introduced the big man challenge. What'd you think of the big man challenge, dude?
I thoroughly enjoyed it. I mean, it's about time the big men get some love, right? I mean, that's one thing. It's like, who do you know? You know Tom Brady. You don't know the offensive line, unless you're an avid fan for that team. So it's nice to showcase these big men on offense and defense and what they're capable of. Just because you're tacked onto a unit in the FCF, which most of these are Knights, but they're attacked as a unit. But sometimes it takes that individual skill to show them what they're really about and how well they can actually play some football.
Yeah, for sure. And you know what? We'll talk a lot about FCF a little later on the show, guys. We got our wide receiver, Jordan Williams, coming through tonight. He's ready to talk a little game planning and everything. But you know what? Let's jump into a couple of announcements I wanted to kick off. Did everybody see the Zorro betting competition that we're throwing with them in partnership? First of all, right? Listen, you had me at betting, but then you throw in the word challenge/competition. I didn't even read the rest of the announcement right away. I was like, where's the link? Listen, I'm going to make it very clear. I am glad that people have taught me how to close my direct messages on Discord and not to hit links because I would get robbed blind every day. I was like, betting? Huh? Click. And I was already halfway in the link. And I was like, oh, wait, don't click things right away.
Are you the guy who downloads the free betting apps like my grandma has to spin the roulette? You know what I'm saying? Like the 3 things, but you're just betting fake money just to get that thrill? Or does it got to be real money for you?
Actually, when it comes to downloading stuff, I'm the guy that falls for you can get 5 extra free gems if you download these 37 games. And then I'm like, download. Then I end up playing those other games and I never go back and get my 5 gems for the stupid game. But whatever. But dude, how cool is this? I mean, it's free entry bets, but the prizes are real, right? The competition is actually May 9th is when it actually is the competition, right? But prize pool,
it's huge. The prize pool is $22.50 US dollars. There's some big prizes out there. There's a lot of communities involved in this too, is that what I'm understanding? I mean, I sort of saw something on my other communities saying that this is a bigger thing than rocking and rolling, and Knights are at the forefront. We are known for our sports, our betting. We're a bunch of degens at the bar ready to bet our asses off.
Yeah, there were so many things you said in that one sentence that just hit home. Like I felt like I should come up with a safe word after all that. I was like, "What is this? Foreplay, Richie? Betting,
Take
sports."
you out to dinner.
And just like that, we are off track early, but super excited about it, guys. If you haven't, go in the Discord announcements, go enter. Look at all the prize pool, the games.
Please.
It's a competition. Let's have fun. You know how we do. Real quick, let's take a second and shout out everybody in the chat, man. I'm seeing we got GWR, Metaverse, Jay Gills is in there, Sparty, what's up, bro? Project Nerd, Hector HQ in the building. Appreciate you guys all in there, right? Look, and ever since I pointed out that Richie chats while on the show, he hasn't posted again in the chat room.
Bro, I'm gonna chat right now just to
no, stop it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Guys, how about the fact that we are running another competition as well? I love when we do these. These are the ones to me that are super fun, right? Where you automatically get assigned a thing, you're there, and what does that lead us to, guys? We're talking about the Degen Derby Day. Come on,
let's go. Let's go.
Great.
I mean, these Degens are really putting out their worth where their money is. Mouth where their money is. Money where their mouth is. I'll get there eventually. It's Thursday, boys. But these guys are really taking it to the next level. We offer Super Bowl tickets. We offer all these competitions that give you the Knights of Degen IRL, man. Utilities. Why are we in this community? IRL, in real life, boys. And we're getting this opportunity. It's amazing.
Dude, the winner gets to go to the Derby next year with a guest. First of all, I race digital horses all day. So this is a chance to go see real horses? Hold on. I've been waiting to be on a pony since I was like 5 years old. Thanks, Mom and Dad, for never giving me my pony. All right. I just feel like there's a lot of emotions today on a Thursday. Speaking of emotions, yesterday, it was Clay's birthday. Happy birthday, Clay. We love you, bro. Yay. It's a date night. All right. And back to the Derby.
Shows me he's 21.
Yeah, he looks like
a young face.
Yeah, he looks like he belongs in like every Leonardo DiCaprio movie, right? Like Clay should be right there just hanging out with that group. Dude, again, off topic, but guys, the Derby, go look, check, see what wallet you were assigned. It's 2023 Derby experience for you and a guest. And you didn't have to do anything but just be a Knight of Degen. So good.
Absolutely.
I have heard he had a pony this year versus the clown. Are we talking about Clay's birthday party? Is that what he did yesterday?
Is that a complete sentence? Is that a complete sentence? I don't know. That's
it's okay.
Verbiages, but we're Degens. I mean, he's probably
Clay's birthday. Yep, he had a pony this year versus the clown. Yeah, I believe it.
For a clown. Clown on a pony.
Hey, Clay, can we please get some photos of you on your pony? That'd be awesome. That'd be great. What do you think? Makes sense, right? Why not? Dude, I wanted to talk about something else that's got me really excited. Now, we've got a guest. Yeah, I mean, we've been working on this for a minute. And, we were able, as you see yesterday in the announcements, we were able to partner up with Rad TV. I mean, Rad, dude. You and I have had our pandas for a while now, right? We were in. All right. Well, I remember when we talked about getting one, right? It was like, oh, dude, they got the Deadhead stuff on there. Hey, dude, it's got all this action. Hey, dude. And then we were like, all right, let's do it. So we got our Rad Panda. We jumped in. But Rad is crazy, bro. Like, for those of you that aren't familiar with Rad, we're actually going to have Tony Moog Avero. All right. I nailed that. I promise you. I'm going to ask him. I'm pretty sure I nailed that. That's why, you know what? I did it instead of asking you to do it because I'm pretty sure you would have been like, Magvade, Megigava. Right. So let the Puerto Rican dude handle things that might have, an accent to it.
That's why we keep you around.
But it's the only reason.
No, that's
like,
not.
Check. We hit the minority quota this week.
Calm down.
what is going on this Thursday today? It's off the wall.
You know what's going on, you dirty rascal.
But the good thing is, back to Rad, dude. So excited. We actually have our own KOD channel where you can go and see Knights of Degen episodes. So the good news is we started off small, right? And not because we just want to be small. We said, hey, let's test this out. Let's have some night shift. Let's get some Tonight We Ride. Let's implement that. And now that everything's launched, I'm excited to say, man, I'm going to give Tony and the guys everything we got, right? We've got all these new shows coming up. We want to direct people towards Rad. And, you know, that means you can find us on a PlayStation now. How you doing? All right.
A 4 or a 5, right? I mean,
come on. But, dude, everything that they're doing, and that's why I reached out to Tony as well, not just because of our partnership, but I wanted him to come on, be able to meet the Knights of Degen community, get a good understanding about Rad and our partnership. Because come on, guys, it's Web3 streaming platform with Knights of Degen. Like, does it not seem like it just makes perfect sense?
A match made in heaven.
I mean, a match made in meta heaven. Would that work? Oh, we're dropping it. All right, yeah, it's gonna be a long night, ladies and gentlemen. Let me introduce the co-founder and CEO of Rad, the NFT and Web3 streaming platform. He's also the co-creator of the decentralized content protocol Aura, a repeat entrepreneur and tech investor, Tony Mugavero. What's up, Tony?
Incredible. Man, the energy on the show. Whoa, man, I'm ready to go. Cinco de Mayo, like,
come on.
Degen, let's go. Like,
you know what?
Thursday night.
The fact that you just pointed out, I forgot it was Cinco de Mayo. Now I understand why Richie keeps slurring a little bit. It makes sense. He's celebrating.
He's been on it since like 2.
Yeah, it all makes sense. What's up, Tony, man? Appreciate you hanging out with us tonight, man.
Man, thank you for having me. Thank you. Like, we are so excited to be partnering with you guys. So yeah, we appreciate it.
Yeah, we've been, you and I have been talking about it for months, right? And here we are.
Yeah. No, it's exciting, man. And yeah. So, you know, like, we obviously love what you guys are doing. I mean, you know, I got connected to Drew through one of our investors and got on the radar, and then saw the drops, and I was like, oh man, these guys are like all over it. Like, everything, the energy, like, they're building a media empire. They're investing in sports and like teams and bet. Like, it's like undeniable. And so I came in personally. And then we, as the company, were like, okay, well, how can we build some alliances with different projects? And like, so then we were like, all right, let's start to bring that out to the community. The community spoke. The Knights of Degen community came in hot.
Oh yeah, every time. I remember every time. Yeah, and I remember every time you guys did the "Who wants to have us use their PFP this week?" and the Knights were on that tweet every chance, man. So good. So Tony, man, for those that aren't familiar with Rad, obviously they're learning now because, you know, we made the announcement and now we have our channel on there. But how did Rad come together, man? Like, what got you to this point?
Yeah, I mean, you know, like, we basically like started the platform. We're like metaverse builders basically, but we started out building in virtual and augmented reality kind of like 2014. And a bunch of us on the team, like, I've been in Bitcoin since 2012 and Ethereum since 2017. And, you know, we've been playing around a lot with, like, you know, crypto, blockchain, like, how can we leverage this technology to bring it out to the world? But really, like, the roots of the platform were immersive content. And so we formed all these big partnerships with like major movie studios and broadcasters. I'm talking like, we still have content deals in place with like Disney and Fox and NBCU and WWE, et cetera, all really kind of formed in like, you know, the metaverse moment. There was a big move in VR that kind of is taking its time still. And so that allowed us to do partnerships with the PlayStation, and Sony actually invested in the company. And then, you know, like commercial partners with Google on Android TVs. And so we formed all these hardware partnerships and all these big content partnerships, and people were trusting us with this kind of complex technology for distribution of content. And as VR kind of took its time, you know, in 2017, 2018, we were looking at, you know, how can we continue to innovate in a space that's that's going to be big and a meaningful part of people's everyday lives, particularly from content. And, you know, we're a bunch of us on the team are creators, like we produce music and produce video. And so we know it from the creator side, how creators were getting squeezed and, you know, the fans were losing direct connection and there's too many middlemen. And so like we started building smart contracts for content, like end of 2017, early 2018. And we were like, this is like pre-established like ERC 721s or 1155s. And so like in our heads, we were like, you should be able to write a smart contract that handles revenue sharing and handles all the things that needs to be. And we were like in parallel writing NFT contracts to the standards that were then evolving. And so like, we brought that to our content partners like Disney and NBC and like, you know, and they were like, we could have a meeting with every innovation task force at every major media company in the world. They would love to take meetings with us and hear about like how blockchain in 2018 is going to change the future of content.
Right.
And they were all like, thanks for the education. This is way too early. We're trying to figure out like what our streaming strategy is still. You know, Disney Plus didn't even exist at the time. So, you know, like they were like, thanks for the blockchain education. We got to get our shit together. So we were just early, you know, like skating to where the puck's going. And like, but mentally we knew that there was a big opportunity there. And so, you know, like we had to kind of focus on streaming as the opportunity of the moment. It was like everybody was trying to figure out streaming. Fast channels were popping up, like these free ad supported, you know, channels that Pluto has. And, you know, it's like these endless amounts of like, we started getting shit like the Bob Ross channel and like Bloody Disgusting and like all kind, because it's like, that's just like the streaming space exploded, but that's not a differentiator. Like that's not, you can't go out and compete with those guys like Netflix and those guys. Like you can't do that. So we had to still answer the question, why us? And, you know, everybody was scared in 2018 of content and our lawyers were scared and our investors were scared. And so by the time, like fast forward to like end of 2020 and like Top Shot starts to perk up a little bit and everybody's like, wait a second. And so like, and then everybody started to hit us up like heads of innovation at like Viacom and Disney. They're like, oh shit, you remember you guys were talking about that? Like you were telling us.
Remember when we didn't understand a word you said? We're trying now. We're trying.
Yeah. So they like started to come back to the table and like we started to see those signals of like, okay, there's going to be a huge knowledge gap and gray area for companies and creators and like to figure out how to take content and put it on chain, particularly video content. JPEGs are easy. Like you can put a JPEG on IPFS and it's fine. Get a video on the PlayStation that comes into the system that's 50 gigabytes and that also plays on your phone. Like that's a different conversation.
Not that easy. Yeah.
We already built that. Like we already built that. Like traditional video is actually very easy. And we support 360 video and volumetric video and 2D and 3D and spatial audio. Like we already had all that because we built all of it. And so when we started to get some inbound and like see the signals and we were like, it's go time. Like we need to take the platform and like flip it to be the Web3 streaming platform because we have PlayStation apps and we have Android. You can't even get on the PlayStation. Like PlayStation won't let video companies on there. We snuck on there because we were a VR company. But like you notice, like if you go to the PlayStation, there's 15 video companies. It's like Netflix, Disney, Hulu, YouTube, Rad. You know, like you can't buy your way on the PlayStation. They just won't let you on. And they've straight up told us like, you guys, like we wouldn't let you on right now if you hadn't already been like you snuck on. So, and we closed some capital from them now. So now they're investors. Like, I'm like, you guys can't kick us off. We're family. You going to put us out?
Right.
Like, no. So anyway, we saw that moment and we're able to say we built a lot of value in hardware partnerships and content partnerships and trust of these companies and looked at the opportunity of like, creators, there's this movement of creators moving to like Patreon and Substack and OnlyFans and NFTs and like that's a movement that creators are just getting screwed. So they're like, how can I make more money? And this is all a movement and manifestation of how can the creators have more control over their content, more control over their revenue streams, direct connections to their fans, They can change how they want to do the IP. Like if you get a show on Netflix, Netflix owns it. That's it.
Right.
Like
right.
it's
Yeah.
over like that. Or they just don't even talk to you. They make their own stuff. So we were like, all right, well, we have some interesting things that we've already built. Nobody in the NFT space has that, period. Like OpenSea doesn't even have a video category. You know, you could upload 100 megabyte file. This video that you're recording right now is going to be gigabytes.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
you know, it's like, so we started to look at how we could facilitate that from the creator side. And like minting individual videos is one thing, minting collections of videos, one of 100, one of 1,000, whatever, like fungible videos. And then large collections like Knights of Degen or whatever, using those to gate access to things like live streams or collections of videos or like, you know, a season of content or music videos from an artist that nobody's ever seen before, just only the holders get access to. And
so like when I set up a one-on-one battle with Coach Richie, like pay-per-view event, we can put on Rad and you can only see it if it's gated, right?
With a Knights of Degen, you guys will be able to go in and like say like, yeah, I can I want this one to gate it, or this one, or these three to gate it, or like,
so cool.
yeah,
so cool.
So like we saw that we had an opportunity in the space, and like if you look at all the projects that are launching, they're all JPEG projects because those are the tools that are available. So like what people are doing is they'll launch a JPEG project, they'll use the proceeds of that to produce video content, and then they'll go put it on YouTube or, you know, like Twitch or whatever, but they're not enabled to do anything with video and NFTs. So like we have shit like you can get, like, this is all dropping over like some of it's live right now, some of it's hidden in production, but it's all dropping over the next few weeks. And we're throwing a big party at NFT NYC, which we'll talk about. But like the ability to go in and like create access to a live stream or a show or a series, or, you know, like create all of the different aspects of what you would need to do from a video perspective and NFT perspective, have all of that in one platform, and do things like you're watching a video from the Deadheads, and then below the Deadheads video, you can see the NFTs that are in the video, and then click on them to go to the actual and make bids, like right there. Like you're like, I want that one. You know, like those are the things that like video platforms have to be able to think about. And how can I do this in a Web3 native way? And of course, like we're not taking any of the IP from anybody. Like we're not being like, all right, we're a streaming platform, we have to take this IP from you and like that's our, like then we sell it to other people. It's like, no, it's a community platform and people can do what they want.
Well, I just saw Drew Austin asking, what's his Twitter? Drew,
King
I'm pretty
Drew.
sure you have already on. You already have it on there, but Tony, it's the 0x Tony, right?
0x Tony, and the TO is a T0NY.
I'll put it here in the chat for everybody that's asking.
Legend. Thank you.
Even though they're already saying it's at verysmartguy.rad.
Oh so. Man, incredible. Yeah, no, I appreciate that. Yeah. And so like one other thing that we did too is like that we saw with a bunch of these NFT projects, and you look at like Stoner Cats, or, you know, it's like the economics of this and the way it works is like these drops will happen and people will make a couple $1,000,000 on a drop. And like, that's not actually enough to fund a show. Like that'll get you started. But like, you know, like to do, we got insight on this from one of our investors, but like to do BoJack Horseman, for example, like the first season of that, like just basic 10 mil. You know, like, so you better be doing a ton of resales on NFT resales to like start to make that much money, because your drop isn't going to cut it. And so if you look at like from a content perspective, the people who like they make $2 million. Now you go make 3 cartoons that are like 6 minutes long. That's about what you can afford. And then your audience is the 3,000 holders of your NFT collection. And if you're going to use your NFTs to gate access to your cartoon, I paid $1,500 for my Stoner Cat to watch a cartoon. Like nobody's going to do that.
Right.
I'm going to, because I'm just like figuring it out, like messing around and like engaging in projects and whatever. But like consumers aren't going to do that. So that's why we tested the waters with a subscription that basically was an NFT. And so you have, and like, we didn't announce it. All we did was like, this is a test. A few people caught on and we sold a couple hundred of them, but we were like, wait a second, we need to like do this right. You're a legend. And like, you're like number one alpha always as a result. And like, there are added benefits that will always go to the pandas.
Right.
But basically, like, if you take the issue from a creator side, and because like, you need the broadest audience to view as much content as you possibly can. But like, if you're selling if there's 3,000 holders or 5,000 holders of your NFT collection, like, that's not a big audience. That's your super fans, and they want to be in the Discord and they want access to the drop, like extra whitelist, all that stuff. And so that's fine. But how do you get to 10 or 100 million people watching your content? And so that's why we said, well, we already have a subscription. We already have, people paying us every month. We should turn the subscription into an NFT. So if you hold the NFT, it unlocks your subscription for life.
Right.
And then the creators who are making premium content can make that content available to a broader audience, and not have, every single piece of content you want to watch, you're dropping $1,500 on. It's like, we can have this little thing that unlock. And the unlocking the subscription for life means that it's an asset. Right now, you just, like, when you're paying Netflix and Spotify, like, you're renting that music from them.
Right.
You don't get to keep it. And then at the end of it, you're like, I'm going to cancel my subscription. Now all that's gone. Now, if you flip that on its head and you have a subscription as an NFT that unlocks the platform for life, then you have an asset. So if you're done with your subscription and you don't want to watch it, that's a thing you could sell, which could be hundreds or thousands of dollars or more, right? Especially if you start to add value as the platform of, like, this thing unlocks a vast amount of content in addition to the party we're going to throw at NFT NYC, and like, where Knights of Degen are going to be in the VIP, and like, it's like the Discord private chats and like the partnerships on the platform, getting access to all those, and like you unlocking voting in the DAO with the NFTs, like it starts to unlock this whole. So the positioning of the platform, and like, we're nimble enough that we can do this, where it like becomes very hard for, a Disney or ESPN or, like a YouTube, even like any of these platforms, become very difficult for them to do these kinds of things. They rely on people's data, and they rely on owning IP, and Web3 is all about not owning people's data, and the people own the IP. That's it. So that's how we're trying to position ourselves.
Yeah, well, what was great was, I remember our first conversations you and I had, and there was one line you said off the gate that I was like, all right, I'm working with Tony. And it was, we don't want to be effing Netflix. I was like, all right, there we go. That's the answer, right? Because you talk to a lot of guys that want to build things, or they're talking about streaming service, and they all have that, I want to be Netflix. No one's going to be Netflix. That's happened. It's done. So when that was that first line that you had, Tony, that was it. And then you started introducing me to other guys on the team who are Jets fans. It was a no-brainer. I had to be working with you guys. So Tony, I guess for the community, question I have is, so like right now, with there not being the pandas out, is there going to be another drop that comes out that's going to have that same utility that unlocks a subscription? What are the plans there?
Yeah. So I mean, we're right now we're calling them free radicals, but we're in the art phase, prepping all the different aspects of it. Like last time when we did the drop, we basically like internally made all the art on our team, and like just put together like little test things, and like, said, all right, we wrote the code to like generate the art, in-house. And, it's like all those things that we did were like, we were learning at the time. Like I bought like ENS domains and like been playing around in NFTs for a long time, but like actually doing a drop in a way that tied to the subscription, having all the gating right, and like making sure that it unlocked the content and it worked on the PlayStation and all of that. Like we did it as a test. And when we put it out, we didn't hype it. We didn't announce it. And then a couple people in the community found it, and it kind of like a little bit caught on. And then, we were like, oh shit, we kind of didn't mean for this to happen, but it was like amazing to see the community start to engage. So we were like, we need to get out in front of this and hype it for real, and really be thoughtful about like how things tie into what, the streaming metaverse is, the opportunity that we can present. Like, how does this give you access to like a theater inside Decentraland, or, like there's all kinds of things that we can start to tie into it, and we can put in the roadmap, and we can hype. And so anyway, there is a new drop coming, and the partner projects that we're partnered with, like Knights of Degen and, Fluffs and like all our homies, they're all going to get spots at the drop. So, like, of course. But like what we really want to do is present that as like the first kind of meaningful outing of, a subscription NFT that unlocks the subscription for life. And then it gives access to all the premium content partners that we're working with. So yeah.
And to everybody watching in the community, like, guys, there's so much that Rad has in the works, and the conversations that I've had with them as well. Right now we're starting with putting shows that we're currently doing, but don't be surprised if sooner rather than later there's an exclusive show that is dedicated just on that Rad channel, right? And it's things like that are going to really continue to help them grow, us grow as a community, and continue to put us next to amazing projects like Rad. On top of that, for those people that don't even know, that's where I go watch my Roads to Rome. I watch the Deadhead stuff on there. You guys have all kinds of content, and Tony, I'm just super excited about the partnership. I am.
Appreciate it. Likewise.
I'm excited about hanging out in NFT NYC with you guys.
Yeah.
It's going to be scary.
Yeah. It turned into Fear and Loathing last year. Every single day. It was like, started out with the 8 party and then ended up like, in a gutter.
Right. Well, Tony, man, I know this is just the beginning of a really good partnership together. And we're excited. And I appreciate you taking time to come hang out here. I know you're super crazy busy.
Dude, thank you for having us. Really. Yeah, we really appreciate it.
Definitely. Yeah. And man, on that note, I guess have a rad night, right? I know everything was the rad way.
We just getting started.
I think we left Coach Richie alone for too long. I'm afraid to bring him back on. Tony, man, have a great night. I appreciate you, bro. I look forward to keeping this partnership going.
You. Absolutely.
Later, man.
Later.
What if I was just like passed out just came in,
then you would have it would have been confirmed that you were drinking on Cinco de Mayo. All right, so look, we've got all kinds of stuff. No need to drag around. We're gonna move things a little bit around from what I originally had scheduled.
Yeah, please.
Got a bunch of people in the back room. You know what? Let's start off with a little bit of it just seems like it's the right time to do it. Are we ready to be 3-1 this Saturday? Yeah, come on, bro.
I'm ready. I got it.
Look at Richie with his Knights of Degen football. Such a cool person. All right, I'm gonna go find my little mini helmet so I can feel just as cool as you.
Yeah, bet.
In the chat, you saw the draft last night. New pieces. They put the big man challenge, all this stuff. But
amazing.
There's 2 guys I brought on the show tonight. Right? One from our offense, one from our defense. Now, this man right here had a solid catch that was this close. And this close to a touchdown. But good to know we have him locked in with us on the O for the rest of the season. Let's go ahead and bring in our boy, wide receiver, Jordan Williams. What's good?
What's up? How y'all doing?
Good, man. How you feeling, bro?
I'm good, man. Body's feeling great. Ready for Saturday.
Nice. How's practice today?
Practice was good. It was real hot today. It was really hot on that turf. It was like 90-something degrees on that. Man, I was sweating. I'm not used to it coming from Buffalo, man. So I had to get acclimated to it.
Yeah. You said baby. Buffalo?
Buffalo, New York. Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah. I've been to Buffalo many a times, and that's a whole different weather than Atlanta weather. That's for sure.
And so, well, I mean,
Atlanta? I want to talk about the fact that.
Go ahead,
sorry, Richie. No,
I was just talking about the humidity. Humidity doesn't it plays a factor, bro. Like a stupid factor. Anyways, it wasn't even worth my time. Continue, JiggaMan.
So, Jay, literally when we saw you in the man ups with Ed that first time, that chemistry was was there, man. I mean, it was fantastic. Here we are now, what, 2 weeks since that man up. How's that chemistry with you and Ed? I mean, what can we look forward to coming up this weekend?
Yeah, and that man up, you know, me and Ed didn't really know each other.
I
And
know.
then we found out we got paired together, and you know, we kind of had a little bit of little bit of chat after practice, and then before we were just working on like fade balls and just like, you know, where I like the football to be, you know, where he's thinking during certain type of routes, and then you know, you guys drafted me in the first round, and then I knew it was going to be a game of trust, you know, and I was just waiting for my opportunity to, you know, show Ed that, hey, if you put the ball near me, I'll go up and make a play. And second half, he threw me that goal ball, and I said, look, it's mine, baby.
Let's go.
Like I said yesterday, lights flicker, that means I score. But hey, no, I was short. I was short though.
Well, I'll tell you, man, you know, the community's been talking about you, and you know, the big consensus is we need to get you more involved this week, right? And I see they're adding a lot of new plays in there. What is the route you prefer? What do you like? What should we be looking at to be like, okay, we need to get Jordan on this route right here. Let's get him out on that.
And to be honest, I take pride in every route. I feel like that just makes you more dangerous, you know. You know, I like being a very dynamic player. I don't like just being like, hey, man, I'm just a go ball, post ball. I'm like, hey, if you need me to take this jet sweep, I'll take the jet sweep. You want me to catch this hitch? I'll catch the hitch, slant, everything. So I like to display everything, and it keeps the DBs on their toes as well. So to the fan base, call any play you want.
Yes, sir. And you got your QB1 in the chat, too. He said I had to come through and hang out.
Yes,
Drew
sir.
Austin. Look at that. We got owners in there, making sure you know they thought that catch was amazing.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Love.
So, how do you think we when we're going up against this Aoki team this week, do you see any weaknesses with those guys that you think we as a community can capitalize on?
To be honest, I'm not going to talk about their weaknesses. I just think we have a lot of playmakers on offense. You know, me still being new to the guy, I'm starting to get a grasp of who's playing what, where they're playing, what DBs are with what crew. So, you know, I can't really speak on weaknesses, but I know if we score every drive, which we will, you know, Crouch will give us, you know, a great opportunity to make a play when needed. And like I said, he's the best QB in the game. So it's easy when you got a guy like that. So
when you know you got the MVP QB1, you know Saturdays look good.
It's easy.
So Jordan, I don't think I ever asked you, bro. How did you get to the FCF?
So crazy story. So I was signed with the Albany Empire in the National Arena League, and with the XFL coming up, I was like, you know what? I really don't want to play until August. I think I'm going to take this summer off and just kind of train and just get back to, you know, the combine training of running a 40 and all that stuff that they do at the at those workouts. So I wasn't even going to play football this summer. And then FCF called me and was like, hey, man, you know, we seen your film. You know, we heard a lot of great things about you. You know, our season only goes until June. So I was like, okay, well, you know, give me a day or two. Let me think about it, see what I want to do. And then I was like, well, you know, their season ends in June, so I'll still have the whole summer to be able to train and you know, go to those showcases. So I was like, let me go get some film, you know, and be around football because, you know, a lot of my guys in Buffalo were leaving for their camps and stuff. So I didn't have a quarterback to, you know, throw me the ball or anybody to run routes with. So I came up here, get some film, and it's great, man.
And now you on the best team, which, you know, I may be biased, but best team with the best QB and running back. I think we got the squad to make sure we're going to get that film right, man.
Absolutely. Guys got a plan, and we're definitely going to win the chip. Definitely.
Let's go, baby.
Sure. Now, Richie, I know you the coach in you always has questions for our players. Go ahead, man.
Yo. So, you know, as a receiver, you got Ed, who is very mobile. Right. That's one thing, you know, I think that separates him is that he is, you know, he wants to get you, the playmakers the ball. Are you one of those receivers that we can rely on downfield? You know, when you hear that, you know, that call of like, yo, Ed's taking off. Can you hold your block? Can you hold your ground? I mean, what are your strengths when it comes to outside of just catching that football?
Absolutely. So one thing that stuck with me, you know, a coach told me, he's like, I don't want wide receivers. You know, I don't want wide receivers to play football. I want football players to play wide receiver. So, so like I take pride in everything and blocking to,
let's go.
You know, just being available, man. And that's really the big part is just being available for your team. And I know Ed likes to move his feet. So hey, if I got to lay a block down, I'll lay it down.
Yes, sir.
what we need.
And that's why I asked Coach to ask questions. He's technical, right? He talks about the game. But I've got 2 serious questions for you. All right.
Talk to me.
1, if you had to pick an NFL style player, wide receiver, who would you compare your game style to?
That's a great question.
That is a great question.
It makes you have to be self-aware, right? Like you can't over-predict and you can't under-predict. You can't be like, yo, I'm Tyreek, but I'm not Tyreek. Like, all right, all right, hit it. That was a good question.
I'm not gonna say Megatron. I'm not 6'5", 240.
You just made his day.
To be honest,
Detroit, baby.
I watch a lot of receivers, but one guy that I watch a lot is Odell Beckham Jr. I mean, he's electric. You know, he's a for sure catcher. He's a playmaker. He's a man. He just does it all. Mostly in the end zone with the celebrations. I mean, come on. He's got the whole package.
Yeah. That is a great comparison, and I'll take it all day. Second question before we let you go. What is your NFL? What is your NFL team? Is it the
NFL team? Is Buffalo. It's Buffalo for sure. It was definitely tough for a couple years.
JiggaMan got sad. Look at him.
No, it's okay. Right now, our love is about our Knights of Degen team. We don't have to worry about the Buffalo Bills and the whole Jets experience. It's okay. I understand.
Man, I'll tell you right now, man. Josh Allen is definitely he's the epitome of Buffalo. If there was any quarterback that can in and embrace the Buffalo, atmosphere and the environment, I think he's the
drop it. Drop the mic on that one.
That's it,
man. Jordan,
good stuff, boy.
I gotta tell you, we're as a community, the FCF committee that we've built together, and then everybody that's in our chats. We feel like we got a steal with you being able to come to us that week, and us doing our homework to find out what you had going on at practice and everything. And every time you and I have spoken, or even through text, you just have that mentality that belongs with the Knights of Degen, man. And we're stoked to have you on this team, dude. Let's go win a game this weekend. Let's just do that.
No doubt. That's it.
Awesome. Well, Jordan, before we let you go, for everybody in the chat, just let them know where they can follow you on social so we can make sure everybody keeps up with it.
Yeah, all my socials are the same. So hit that follow button, _JAYZZWRLD. Go ahead and follow.
Heard it here, guys. And you know what? I always like to make it easy. Let me drop it in the chat for everybody.
Thank God. I was trying to do it on my phone as you said it, and I was like, heard it underscore.
You've been my friend and co-host for a long time. Multitasking, not your forte. Hey, Jordan, we're excited, bro. Let's go get this W, and we'll talk to you Saturday.
Yes, sir.
Let's make those lights for real this weekend. Let's make those lights for real. Let's go.
Will be. They will.
Kill it, my boy.
Get it. Later, bro. Have a great night.
Have a good night.
Woo! That's our wide receiver right there, boy. He ready to tear it up, OBJ style. But you know what? It's not done there. Listen, everybody was talking about it in the draft last night, right? What are we doing for defense? What are we doing? I said, hey, D-Block isn't going to be there. I'm telling you, we don't need the D-Block this week. We love D-Block. We do. We love you, D-Block. Yes. But we know the competition we're going up against. We know that Mr. Mitch Kidd likes to run around and throw the ball. And what do you need when you got a team that wants to air it out? You need yourself shut down corners. And there is no other shutdown corner in this league better than the man himself, Marquell Osborne, the eraser. What's good, Marquell?
How y'all doing, man?
Good. What's up, bro? How you doing?
Y'all know I'm excited.
Oh, it took how many weeks for us to finally get you, bro? We're working together.
Ready, and I've been telling the shutdown squad, man. I've been ready to be on the Knights of Degen for real. We're gonna do what we need to do. I'm very excited.
Let's go.
So good. So, Marquell, for cornerbacks, we have you and we have Kane as well, right? Kane's the other one.
Yeah, we have Roman as well. Roman Tatum.
We got Roman was gone last week. Is he still in this week?
He just has to go home for a family emergency. But yeah, he's back this week.
Oh my gosh. People in the chat, let me explain to you right now.
In the secondary, 3 vets from last year.
Yeah, guys, these 3 as our corners. Oh my gosh. So, Marquel, between you and I have like a really big secret. Do I share that with people, or do we just we still hold that back?
We don't hold nothing back, man.
We might as well.
Secrets
It's
are no
time
fun.
All right, so I'm gonna tell y'all a quick little story.
Right.
The reason I found the FCF was this man right here is my little cousin, and he was like, "Yo, I'm going to look at this league. What do you think?" And that's how I got involved. What? So yeah, Marquel is my cousin. You know,
drop it
like real cousin. You know, not just hey, that's my cousin. Like, like as if when he was young, I was sneaking around with his parents, not paying attention, playing Madden when he's not supposed to be because he has school in the morning. So,
JiggaMan,
right there, man, real good family. So I'm excited, very excited.
So happy, man. This is that week where I can sit there and got the fam with me, man. So, cuz let everybody know a little bit about you that wasn't familiar with season 1, and how you got to the FCF and kind of your college ball and stuff like that.
Right. So, well, obviously the FCF had came around, at a perfect time with COVID going on. Me coming out my 2020 year. To explain that, I pretty much didn't get my pro day, and FCF was pretty much doing pro days, so I was just trying to, get numbers really. But ended up being like a professional league, and like I don't know, I got a contract. I met Ray. Ray ended up, he was at Tennessee, which is the school I came out in 2016 and went to. So we had a connection there already. He knew the coaches that had coached me at Tennessee. So it was like off gate. He's like, "Yo, I'm sending you a contract. Like, be ready." And I was just, I didn't think. I didn't think. It was a 3-hour drive back home to Charlotte. And I was just thinking, man, like, this might be something big. This might be something really, really big. I know what type of player I am. I know that I like man up anything. Like, I'll go in the parking lot and we can do man to
man up. Let's go.
Right.
So it excited me because kind of as a kid, I just kind of knew I wanted to play football, in general. But this is like some next gen stuff. Like, I'm my own my player. Like, so it's
seriously,
it's pretty amazing.
Yeah. And Coach Rich, and I'll tell it to you, a lot of times, we've kept it a secret of Marquel and I being related, and things like that, because I never wanted it to come off bias on what my opinions were, right?
Nepotism.
But
yeah, we don't want that.
But I got to be honest, guys. It's one of those things where I grew up loving Darrelle Revis, right? And the thing I loved about Revis was he was that island. He was that lockdown. Okay. And Marquel, watching him throughout high school, throughout college, every time I went to a game and every time he'd come home, you just saw the elevated skill set of being that lockdown corner. And when they named him the eraser last year in the FCF because he erases everything, it was like that confirmation that this is the Revis Island of the FCF. But then on top of that, Marquel, they're gonna put you with Roman and Kane. Like,
it's insane.
How? Like, it's gonna be crazy.
We don't know. They don't know, but they're gonna see when it comes down to like it's really time to win.
Let's go.
Sure.
And that time is this week. Time is this week.
Yeah, I'm gonna have little Boykin on lockdown. Make sure we
go. He already studying. He got film on lock. Everybody else playing Madden. Marquel the erase over there looking at film like, yo, what's Boykin bringing to the table?
Plays, actually, Ed. I be calling out the plays. I had to play Ed last week. I call out the plays and
Let's go, my guy.
Man.
Let's go, baby.
Marquel, we are super excited that we get to roll with the shutdown squad this week, man. And I think it's one of those things too. It hasn't happened to this point, and it couldn't have come at a better time of the season with the fact that we are playing with a team that wants to air it out. Like this really gives you, Roman, you guys that moment to be able to do your thing, So is that what the plan is, Marquel? Are we looking to lock it down, like specific guys you guys plan on this weekend? Like you got so-and-so?
We sometimes do mashups sometimes, because we rookie in our secondary as well. He plays safety. His name is Ronald. He's a great hitter. He comes downhill and he'll smack you in the mouth. But sometimes we have a little bit of trouble with the man-to-man coming towards the red zone. So sometimes I'll go to safety and I'll cover the slot guy, and Roman and Kane will be outside. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a rotation thing. People don't see it. So like, say we going versus Jamil, like I'll go to the slot, and you won't hear Jamil.
You won't hear his name called.
So it's like we got a plan for it. We got a game plan. We working on communication. This week is running to the ball. You know, make sure everybody's swarming to the ball. So it's gonna be exciting, man.
Awesome.
Hey, run to the ball play is gonna be made.
Woo! Boy, I can't wait for y'all to see what the shutdown squad is gonna do for us this weekend. Man, so real quick, I think I still got Jordan backstage. Hey, Jordan, if you're still back there, put your thumbs up. Let me know it's okay to bring you back on. All right. So real quick, what up? All right. So I got both of my Knights of Degen players with me this weekend. Yeah. Now, here's what I want to do, guys. For those people in the chat, appreciate you guys hanging out. We're going to go ahead and we're going to do 2 giveaways tonight. Right now, here on the spot, we're going to give 2 Coaches Club NFTs to 2 people in the community. And you know what? I figured instead of just picking a name, there's about 75 comments already in the chat. Okay, so we'll play it safe and we'll say 1 through 60. So Jordan, I want you to pick a number 1 through 60.
We'll go 11.
11. All right, and Marquel, a number 1 through 60, not 11.
2, 3.
Of course,
you knew that was coming.
2, 3. Come on, that's my jersey right there. Cool. What we'll do is, Coach Richie, while I've got you backstage after this, go to the chat. Tell me who's the 11th chat and which one was the 23rd chat. Those 2 people will get a Coaches Club NFT so they can go in there, hang out, get all the insight on our players, everything Sean, Coach Liotta be dropping for us. Marquel,
sir.
Jay Will, appreciate you both. Yo, let's go get this W this weekend, all right?
Stop playing.
Yes, sir.
Let's get knighted.
I appreciate you guys. See you later.
All right, have a good one.
All right, Richie, I'm going to take you off for a second.
You bring it on to people.
All right. All right, guys. We could talk FCF for hours and hours and hours and hours, but hey, chat, I want to talk about some inside scoops for you guys. All right? The Knights of Degen is officially bringing you 2 new shows on the KOD media platform. So I can sit here and I can talk about it and drag it out and make you wait. But how about we start with this right here? Check this out. That's right. We got ourselves a new show. Ladies and gentlemen, Fight Night is coming to you right here. Yo, we got our host. We got Porto. We got Kev Dog. What's up, guys? How excited are we about this new show?
Let's go. Ready to run through a wall.
Guys, everybody in the chat. So check this out. There's a couple pieces to this. Every Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern, there will be a Twitter Spaces where you'll be able to check in, talk, get that betting alpha, get all the insight of what's going on for the fights. But then you can't stop there. Every Monday night, 8 o'clock Eastern, our boys Kev Dog and Proto will be bringing you Fight Night, a KOD Media production on our Twitch and YouTube every Monday. Guys, I don't think they're ready. I don't think they're ready. Man,
yeah, man,
dude,
super hyped, man. You know, Prado and I have been going back and forth in the channel, you know, within the Discord for too long, and we've identified the Fight Night channel as the official gold mine. So this is kind of just bringing that gold mine to life, and you know, getting everybody the juicy picks every Saturday, man. Make it rain.
So good. You know, and we've been talking about this for a while, right? And this is one of those ones I'm excited about, man, because people think it's just like, hey, let's do a show. And then tomorrow morning it happens, right? No, it's a process. It's talking through it and making sure we run it by people and people get excited about it as well. And I mean, to know that we've got the whole KOD team, like Drew and everybody behind you guys on this. And then on top of it, the community gets to hear your guys' insight on Saturdays, where to put their money. And then on Monday, we can find out if we're mad at you or not. You know, it's just so much going on. Guys, it's official. We're starting this bad boy this Saturday with the first Twitter space. Are we not?
Awesome,
Yes,
man.
we are. 11 a.m. Saturday. We're going to be going live on Twitter, talking about this UFC 274 card that is best of the year, hands down. So I'm excited, man.
Best of the year, and then we launch this bad boy right here. Like, it just makes so much sense that it's all coming together. Actually, what I'm gonna do too, guys, everybody in the chat, go ahead. There's a dedicated Twitter page for the account for Fight Night. It's right in there, Fight Night KOD. Go give them a follow. They'll be giving you little updates throughout the week, and you can keep up with everything. But more importantly, you get to see what the hell we got going on every Saturday and Monday. And did you guys know that it wasn't just them two hosting? Look at that glorious looking puppy right there. How you doing, doggy? That's it. I got to get a third camera just for the dog on the show.
He knows you're talking about him too.
He's like, yeah, he said,
the dog segment where he gets some picks on the fights. You know, you give a treat whichever one he takes.
Yes, sir. And there's like a thing where when we're going over the fights here on Saturdays and on Mondays, particularly on Mondays, when the dog pops into the video or pops into the chat, while I'm talking, usually that means the underdog that we're talking about is going to come out on top. So,
you see,
you know
what? That was a great content play right there. That's great. Now everybody's going to be like, "Where's the damn dog?" Like every episode.
Yeah, he's going to be 4-0 come Monday morning.
Awesome. Well, man, guys, so excited to add this show and produce with you guys and bring this thing to life. And I know you guys are ready. I'm ready. I think the community is really ready to have its own dedicated fight night. And I look forward to growing this thing together. And hey, let's kick some ass this Saturday with the first Twitter Spaces.
The sky's the limit.
Make sure you guys tune in Saturday. Like I said, 11 a.m. We'll be going on Twitter, and hopefully come like midnight Saturday, we're all a few $100 richer from our picks and whatnot. And
yeah, buddy.
Monday.
Listen, you got to trust the guy that came out and told you it was going to be blue Gatorade in the Super Bowl. All right, come on, people.
I got water right now. I wish I had blue Gatorade with me if I thought ahead.
It's all right. The first show's on Monday. We'll coordinate that to make it work. Awesome, guys. Hey, man, appreciate you guys stopping by, letting everybody know. Super excited. You know what? Do me a favor. Get on Twitter right now. Go post the intro video. Tag everybody. Let them all know we can officially announce that Fight Night is here. Don't miss this, people. It's finally happening. What's up? How about that? Another show to the community. You know what? We still got time. You guys want some more announcements? Because I do. I think, you know what? Why stop with one show? We got another one we're going to be launching as well. Check this out.
What is up, KOD Nation? JiggaManPorto, my man, Pots and Pans.
Let's go. What up, Hector, the Project Nerd himself, coming to the KOD Kingdom, got himself a steed, got himself a show. Guys, if you're a Yankees fan, you do not want to miss the Yankees Morning Brew. It's going to be lit, dude. Like, give everybody a little insight on what we're planning to do. This will launch this Monday as well. New episode day Monday. give them a little rundown, Hector, how the show's gonna be going.
Definitely. First and foremost, I just thank you, JiggaManPorto. Thank you, KOD Nation, Knights of Degen, KOD Media. I appreciate this opportunity. Like he said, it's a Yankees morning brew, Monday through Friday. Basically, if there's a game the night before, we will be going live in the Monday from 11 to 12 a.m. And make sure you got your coffees. I got to know in the comments section, what brew are you drinking? I'm a Bustelo guy myself. We'll be reviewing the game. We'll be breaking down stats. You know, it's an open commentary in the chat. Maybe one day if you want to come on the panel, you could come on the panel. It's open to all, whether you're a Met fan, Yankee fan, MLB fan in general. We'll be touching it all.
Yeah, and that's the other thing. So people in the chat, right? The main focus to start this off, yes, it's a Yankee show, but we are going to cover other Major League Baseball teams. If your team plays against our Yankees, hit me up in Discord, because we'd love to have those people come on the show and talk about the day before's prior game. You a White Sox fan? You lost to the Yankees? Come on, let's talk crap. You beat us? Come on, and we will still let you talk crap. We'll just cut you off. But so, I mean, some weeks, guys, this show, again, the game the day before, we will be on the next morning, where you'll be able to check out the Yankees Morning Brew, and it's going to grow. Hector and I have major plans. This is going to grow into a big Major League Baseball show, not just the Yankees Brew. That's going to be a portion of it, and keep growing. So if you are a baseball fan, if you love baseball, not just the Yankees, tune in to Project Nerd HQ, Hector's show. Guys, Hector, this is the second new show that we're announcing on the KOD Media. Come on, bro. I'm so excited.
I am honored. Everybody who's in the chat, thank you so much. Still Nick fans, my guy Ron, thank you so much for coming through. And just everyone, Kung Fu D, my guy Coach Richie getting his Cinco de Mayo on. I love him. You know, I'm just down. I'm just excited for this next adventure we going on. And it's not just Yankee Media. I'll be doing a live thing, but you know, in a month or so, I'll be headed down to Florida. So I'll be going down to the Yankees minor league complex to try to get some footage, maybe.
Right? I mean, we got a lot of things up our sleeve. Don't be surprised if you see a Project Nerd hanging outside Yankee Stadium. Guys, the content is going to be dope. We've got so much coming to you. Hector, bro, so excited that you're joining us on this, man, and I can't wait to launch this on Monday. Monday's about to be an epic day, bro.
Oh, yeah. Just bring your coffee cups, everyone.
Let's go. Hector, man, have a great night, bro, and I will talk to you soon.
Love you, my guy.
Later, bro. Richie, we dropping shows left and right. Let's go.
And I'm a part of it. Like, that's really cool for me. Like, I usually sit in the background and just watch your facial expressions, but now I get to enjoy them firsthand. It's really exciting.
So good. But you know what? Look, I know we're a little over our normal hour, but that's okay. When you have this much exciting stuff to talk about, you keep it going.
Always.
So, a couple things I want to talk about as well. Excited about the new shows and all that, but I want to give a shout out to GWR.
Oh my
First
goodness,
of all,
please,
GWR killing it with these graphics. Look at me with my Knights jersey on.
Oh, that's you, bro.
Beautiful, man.
Like,
to see
if where's that helmet? Can we get you a legit helmet that like is the full on shebang with the blue mohawk? Let's figure it out. Someone in the chat figure it out. If not, I'll ask the wife. Or your wife will probably be really good at it. She made you that awesome sweatshirt I got to see firsthand. But that thing is you. That is JiggaMan in the.
Did you say something about blue mohawk? Did you say something about a helmet with the blue mohawk? How you doing? How you doing? All right. Can you still hear me? I'm gonna do the rest of the show just like this. So. Let's put the mic in here. So GWR was killing it. He put so many of these things together this week. So good. And then on top of that, all right, this thing's heavy on my head. Hold on. All right. That's dope. And it's got the blue. Come on.
It's you.
On top of that, bro, did you see that he hooked up with a couple guys in the community, and they even did a jersey giveaway, which was super awesome.
Dude, they just announced you a winner.
It was like Dizzy J or Dizzy.
Me.
It was the winner was not me. Exactly.
Yeah.
That's it. The winner was not me.
Mayo.
But man, GWR, you're killing it, bro. Thank you so much for hooking up everybody with these edits on the Knights. So good. Makes such a statement on social media with the amount of Knights. But I started looking at it and I was like, every time I went to Discord, I was like, hey, G-Dog, can you make another one? Can you make another one?
Oh my God. I felt bad almost. I was like, bro, don't even worry. Don't even worry about mine. Just, you're fine. I found that the one guy had he was a lightsaber knight, and he was like, bro, how do I get there?
GWR, if you're still in the chat, did anybody do a Steeds one with the jersey?
Yeah, they did one with it's a seahorse one, I think. Is it a seahorse or is it a Zed one? Shenanigans. I can't remember.
Still got a few to go. I needed a break. I bet, dude. It's been nonstop.
He was nice enough to do teams for other teams. Did you see that? He even made other teams. I mean, shame on you, but like that's the type of community the FCF brands. And I really drive that home. I've been trying to brag about our community and the FCF community on top of it. Because at the end of the day, if you're watching FCF, I'm excited for you. Because I think this franchise of FCF is going to take leaps and bounds. I know they're working on so many things behind scenes that we have no idea about, but like this community is taking the right turns. If you're getting started, especially in season 2.0 in these early stages, go get it, man. If you're a Bored Apes, if you're a Gutter Cat, if you're an OG fan, we're really excited. I think this FCF community is something to be said when it comes to what do we call it? A family.
Yeah, but you know what? I will add to that. I think also the FCF fans and family are starting to realize how great Knights of Degen, the community and the project is, right? I mean, think about it. We've got a lot of these guys that we know from season 1 that are now jumping in to KOD. And I love the motto everybody has in our FCF Knights room, right? Knights family greater than your FCF love for your team, right? Knights family still more important. So awesome. Shout out GWR. Shout out to everybody that's been doing that. But there was another thing I wanted to talk about too. Okay.
Please do. Please do.
It's FCF related, but it's Knights of Degen FCF related. That's right. Bleacher Report. You gotta love. Yeah. T.O. made Bleacher Report for losing to the Knights of Degen. How you doing? Sorry, T.O. Sorry, T.O. But I'll take any press for us. Oh, wrong show. Wrong show.
No, I know, but
I'll take the press for Knights of Degen. But don't you love how it's like T.O. catches a touchdown in the FCF while losing
to the Knights of Degen. We still got to highlight it. We still got to highlight it.
I'll take it any which way.
Real quick, can we get a quick peep? I mean, maybe next week, but can we get a peep on Terrell Owens' shoes that he's wearing? I feel like he's running those Adidas run-only shoes, and every time I see him make a cut, I see his foot like slide out of, because they're only made of mesh. So I'm like, T.O. snaps ankle while playing against the Knights of Degen. It's okay. I'm okay with it.
If it would have made it on SportsCenter or Bleacher Report, then it is what it is. I'll take it.
Love it.
Love it. Man, well, I think that pretty much covers everything. We'll put an announcement out for the winners of the 2 Coaches Club NFTs. We'll get those out to you guys.
Yeah.
Appreciate everybody hanging out.
11 and 23. 11 and 23.
Yep, got it written down here. But let's do a quick recap. I want people to hear this. This is the new schedule for Knights of Degen. Just now, starting this week. Well, tomorrow night, you got Tonight We Ride. Friday nights, 11 o'clock till whatever time we decide we want to stop. Saturday, Twitter Spaces for the new fight night. Twitter Spaces, 11 a.m. Monday morning, kick it off with the Yankees Morning Brew with Hector. And then you got fight night Monday nights at 8 o'clock Eastern. Tuesday, right now, hey, that's a me show. What the you can check me out on that one. Wednesdays, FCF KOD draft night. Thursdays, night shift. Oh, and we also forgot Saturday. We also have FCF game day week 4. Guys, the kingdom is building. The media is coming. Throw it.
Get off. Catch it. Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
And on that, and on that note, guys,
I'm in a different chair.
Richie is celebrating Cinco de Mayo. Appreciate everybody hanging out. Richie, love you, bro. Thanks for being here.
Love you, buddy.
Excited to share all the news with everybody in the community. Everybody have a great night. We'll see you tomorrow for Tonight We Ride. We out.